Stacey Care, I'm Kevin Pereira. It's good to see you. Candace Bailey, rather unfortunate, she has the plague.
Oh, tough break.
But look who's here.
Me! In case you didn't know, I'm Sarah Underwood, and we are coming to you live from the G4 studios in Los Angeles.
Yes, we are, and on the old show today, Ray Park is here live! On Earth, he's Snake Eyes. In space, he's Darth Friggin' Maul. We're going to talk about the Phantom Menace returning in 3D.
That's not making it 3D.
What are you talking about?
That's what you're trying to do.
Yeah, but you can't say 3D. You gotta 3D.
Oh, good to know. Okay, keep going.
And later, Matt Myra joins me to play Hot or Not with Gadgets. Today's prawn is a 7-inch tablet that wants you to forget about things like iPads and Kindles. I'm sure it does a great job at that.
And we'll drop into the Asian underground. No, not like that. Jeff Wong and Dropsy take a look at 3 great Asian films, including a movie about a famous archaeologist and an ancient treasure.
Yeah. We should all start calling him Dropsy.
Yeah, that's his new name.
Dropsy. Dropsy. Dropsy.
Dropsy. Plus, the AODS viewer army invades New Orleans Comic-Con to meet famous robot murder victim Michael Biehn from The Terminator and Peter Mayhew, better known as Chewbacca.
Ah, Chewbacca?
Yeah.
Can you gonna do a Chewbacca?
Wow.
So no.
No.
So the answer to the question was no.
Yeah, no.
A for effort. You get an A for effort. It was beautiful.
Let's spend some quality time with the web, shall we?
We should go around the net.
Done.
Just for funsies, can we get one more Chewbacca to start it off?
Come on.
It was really special.
All right, hold on. What's the trick?
That is a spicy
do
kitty
it?
cat. Yeah.
No, that's not it.
That was it. Yeah, that's a Mardi Gras Chewbacca. I like that. And at number 5 today, we have a casual greeting.
Yeah, here's a video simply called Sup.
Sup? Yes! Single-handedly crashed the Match.com servers.
So true to life. Some guys
What?
slip into your life and then just slide away.
Aww.
Story of my life.
I would never do that to you. Would never. Slip in and remain right there. The rest.
You weren't doing
I
any
honestly
slipping.
did not mean for that to sound the way it did. I really.
There will be no slipping between you and I.
I'm sorry about that. I get it. I don't like slip and slides. I enjoy them, but I have shattered memories.
Why?
Well, most of my childhood is a bunch of shattered memories.
Oh, that's
But my old man was one of those guys that would he'd pee on the sidewalk to let you know where Pereira territory begins. And so whenever we'd play with the kids in our court, we'd say, "Hey, come on down and we'll do it." And never on our lawn, because our lawn was pristine. You could look at it, you just don't touch it. That's the Pereira way. Long story longer, he put a slip and slide out one time to let us all play on it and to teach us a lesson about playing in our front yard. He put it out over one of those big metal rainbird sprinkler heads that was in the grass. So the first neighborhood kid goes sliding down. He went on his back, actually. Like, he slid and got up and just had a giant red welt right in between his shoulder blades from hitting it, tears coming down his face. He's like, "Yeah, that's what you get for playing on the front lawn."
Fun dad. Real
Slip
fun
and slide
dad.
times.
Wow.
Yeah.
I love you, Dad. I love you so much more all of a sudden. My dad.
Oh, I thought you were
Not your
finally
dad.
calling him your dad as well. I was like, great, we're all one big family now. This is an important time.
No, I wasn't. And at number 4 today, the latest fakery from the Onion News Network.
We love The Onion here, and today, The Onion panelists react to a rather angry speech by President Obama.
This notion that somehow I came in here to $800 billion. Do you just want government to do nothing? Why should the government of South Carolina, those kids are in that
Now, in light of this speech, analysts are speculating that it could be quite uncomfortable for Americans tomorrow when the president returns to work.
It's going to be super awkward.
Yeah, I just don't think we should bring it up.
No, I think it'll be fine. I mean, FDR got angry once at one of his fireside chats when he called America a sad sack hobo dump bucket.
Oh, no. Sad sack hobo dump bucket.
To be fair, Obama had good reason to be upset.
Oh, what was it?
He'd just seen Liam Neeson's The Gray.
I didn't know. I forgive everything now.
Yeah.
When a movie promises you that it's full of wolf punching, it damn well better have some wolf punching in it. That's all I ask.
Spoiler alert for The Gray. There's no wolf punching in it.
How do you do that?
I don't know.
He had the glass knuckles and everything. Just punch a wolf. Go to the zoo, find a wolf, punch it.
And that's what the whole previews were about. And nothing. No wolf punching.
How much would it cost for Liam Neeson? Forget the wolf. I can get a wolf. How much would it cost to get Liam Neeson in here? Wiffle bat fight club with a wolf or something.
punch
What's the price
something.
on it? Yes.
Just
punch an animal in the face,
something.
Liam. Can we do that? That's a PETA campaign that I want to see.
I'm behind it.
Thank
no,
you.
I'm not.
What?
Nothing.
Oh, okay. No, so I'm sorry. Someone said wiffle bat. Is that?
Wiffle bat.
In at number 3 today, we have a chat with an eccentric German director. It's Werner Herzog. That was totally it. Surely he's discussing cinema or existentialism or the meaning of truth, right? Something deep.
Actually, he's talking about chickens.
The enormity of their flat brain, the enormity of their stupidity is just overwhelming. You have to do yourself a favor when you're out in the countryside and you see chicken. Try to look a chicken in the eye with great intensity, and the intensity of stupidity that is looking back at you is just amazing. By the way, it's very easy to hypnotize a chicken. They're very prone to hypnosis, and in 1 or 2 films I've actually shown that.
I like him.
Man hates his chickens.
I like him.
It's funny. It's still true if you replace chicken with Kardashian. So.
Yeah, more like more true. In at number 2, Snowball fights are innocent, harmless fun.
Yeah, most of the time.
Yeah.
Perfect. That does, I mean, it's an exciting video, but the situation in Syria is worse than I thought. And I think we should all take a moment and really reflect. That is just...
I'm pretty sure that was just a snowball fight, Kev.
Yeah, you would say that. You know who else would say that? The lamestream media. That's who would say that. I'm not buying anymore.
Oh, my goodness.
Not buying it, Sarah
Oh,
Underwood.
my goodness. Still
Punch
ahead.
a wolf, Liam
Wait.
Neeson.
Yeah.
Punch a wolf! Sorry.
An important environmental message. Calm down.
I will.
Calm down.
I'm going to calm down because AOTS is going green after the break, and green is like peaceful and happy, right? That's 2. Now it's a filled sobriety
it's
test.
2 ones.
Okay,
Kevin.
all right. In
2
Roman
ones.
numerals, still 2. But nevertheless,
I don't know.
we're ready for the number 1. So
Yes,
let's give it to
we're
him.
ready. Let's do it.
Our number 1 video is a message from the green energy company Ecotricity.
Yeah, if our country is going to move away from non-renewable energy sources, this is the first step. NBC Universal networks go all green during April for Earth Day.
Yeah, once again, G4 is on the vanguard of our efforts. We're going green in February. Yeah. So you can suck on that, Telemundo.
Yeah.
Okay?
So what are we going to do this year? More G-cycling?
What's that?
You know what it is. Compost in the dressing room?
No, it's a great idea, but you got to think bigger.
Okay.
Think bigger, Sarah Underwood. In fact, think this big. From here on out, Attack of the Show will be completely powered by wind! Boom! Straight from Taiwan. Listen, wind power is squeaky clean, totally renewable, mostly quiet, and only slightly deadly to migratory birds.
Okay.
And that's not normally a problem
Kevin,
in the studio.
That's great and all, but don't you need wind for wind power? I mean, we're in a closed studio, so how...
You know what? Don't be an ass.
Okay. Wow. That's harsh.
Of course I've thought of that, Sarah. Hit the wind machine! Look at that! I've played the Incredible Machine for years. I know how this stuff works.
But
boom!
Kevin,
blow it,
Kevin.
clean, energy. It's just science.
Kevin,
when it spins.
Kevin, you're using electricity to make electricity. Where is the power coming from?
Oh, where does it... Sarah, that's really simple, actually. You just follow the cord. Here we go. It's a trail of dreams, really. It's ingenuity. It's America rolling up its sleeves to say hello. Speaking of saying hello, say hello to that canary. He's loving this clean energy. It's clean American coal, Sarah Underwood. And the coal is lovingly hand-gathered by American workers after ancient, untouched West Virginian mountains are clear-cut and exploded into millions of tiny pieces by dynamite.
That doesn't sound very clean,
It's
Kevin.
clean and safe. Isn't that right, Engineer McHenry? Oh, isn't that adorable? Oh, check it out. He's taking a miner's nap. Oh, McHenry, loving his job.
Kevin, I think someone needs to go check on him right
Hit
now.
that switch again. Fire it up. Put it on turbo. Clean power for everyone.
Baldy the Mountain says, clean coal is cool. Brought to you by the National Association to Unearth All Resources Eventually.
Chris Gore here at Spin Fusion in Los Angeles, where I like to practice my karate shop. That's shop, not chop, get it? All right, I'm all out of jokes. It's time for Asian Underground. I'm joined, as always, by Asian cinema master Jeff Wong. Now, Jeff, today we're looking at films from China, and Stool Pigeon looks brutal. I mean, this thing is serious and dark. Everyone's yelling at each other. It's like my Thanksgiving dinner.
Yeah, it's a lot like your Thanksgiving dinner. Stool Pigeon follows the world of confidential informants and the cops that hire them. So you get to see this cop and this stool pigeon that he has working to infiltrate this heist group, and what happens to them and their personal relationships with other people and the consequences that happen because of this life that they choose.
So the tone of this is very serious, like a Tarantino film.
Tarantino obviously was influenced by the Hong Kong action directors of the 80s, and he used that in his movies, and I think Dante Lam is kind of picking up where he's leaving off and integrating it into his films. A lot of this movie is very dark throughout, and it's basically a tragedy through and through, like the Hong Kong movies from the 80s.
Treasure Hunter looks like Indiana Jones took on the entire German army.
Yeah, Treasure Hunter sort of follows the story of a bunch of characters who are all racing to get to this lost city. There's a romance novelist who found this treasure map that her dad owned. There's the treasure hunter himself who carries a whip. And then there's these soldiers who are looking for the city to put some demons they have in their past to rest.
The violence in it and the action is sort of over the top and cartoony.
Yeah, it is a little bit cartoony, but it's also very stylized and very well integrated with their use of CG. For a Chinese film with their budget restrictions and stuff like that, they did a really good job of choreographing these fights and working the special effects so it worked to sort of tell the story they were trying to tell.
You tell me you want me to see a historical war epic set in China called 1911? I don't know, I think I want to skip it, but you tell me Jackie Chan is in it, I'm in.
Yeah, 1911 is chronicling the Chinese Revolution. It's sort of Jackie Chan's passion project. It's his 100th film he's ever made, and it was sort of the 100th anniversary of the revolution itself. So it sort of follows the rebels as they're trying to overthrow the Qing dynasty.
It looks epic, it looks big, but am I gonna learn something? I hate being tricked into learning something.
I'm sorry, Chris, you are going to learn something. One of the issues with the pacing of this movie is they try to cram a lot of history into a 2-hour film, but the battle scenes were done really well, and as far as revolutionary military epics go, I feel like this one did a really good job of kind of telling that story, even if it tried to cram too much in it.
Thank you, Jeff. You helped perfect my karate shop. And Jeff and I will be back with more goodies from the Far East in the next edition of Asian Underground.
Thank you so much, Chris and Jeff. Appreciate it, guys.
Dropsy. Dropsy and Jeff.
Dropsy and Jeff. That sounds like a great buddy cop film. Dropsy.
Still ahead, our viewer army marched into the New Orleans Comic-Con, bravely interviewing Hercules and Chewbacca for our amusement.
And later, Darth Maul himself, Ray Park, will be here live. Stick around. Here's a question for you. Would you give up speaking English forever for a round-trip voyage to the moon? Well, you logged on to G4TV.com and told us what you thought, and we'll have the results after the break. The results are in, and about 63% of you said that you would not give up speaking English forever for a round-trip voyage to the moon. Come on, what's so special about English? I hear Mandarin is really easy to learn, I think. Head on over to G4TV.com for more questions like this and tell us just how far you'd go.
All the news you need to know.
It's Wednesday, February 8th, and here are your top stories. The Super Bowl may be over, but newly discovered pictures circling on the web reveal an unexpected spectator of Sunday's big game, a sniper. Yeah. U.S. Tactical Supply posted the photos on Facebook yesterday, which looked to be an Indianapolis police sniper holed up in the rafters of Lucas Oil Stadium. They claim the gun was never actually loaded during the game, but of course this is standard practice for any major sporting event, given the high-profile nature of the game and the politicians in attendance. Hey, where do I sign up for this position? Those are good seats. Now, Amazon is looking to challenge Netflix head-on as they're getting ready to release their own standalone streaming service. At this point, unlimited Netflix-like streaming has only been an add-on for Prime members, but Amazon is reportedly looking to expand the service in hopes of directly competing with that other streaming giant. To beef up their slate, they've just inked a deal with Viacom to stream content from the media giant's family of networks. Now, Amazon hasn't officially announced when the all-you-can-eat streaming will be available for non-Prime members, and there's no word on how much it will cost, but hey, soon you'll have even more ways to watch Jersey Shore. That's good. What are you guys laughing at? This? This what you're laughing at?
Yeah, the bear with the salmon is awesome. They're fighting because it's streaming and they're fighting in the stream.
So easily amused. It's ridiculous.
The bears in the stream.
I know. It's really special. Get ready for Mexploitation fans. Machete is coming back. Yeah, director Robert Rodriguez is getting ready to make part 2 of a planned trilogy of films about the avenging day laborer, and star Danny Trejo is in talks to reprise his role. If that wasn't enough badassness for you, Brian De Palma is going to remake the movie Heat with Jason Statham. Now, this isn't a remake of the Robert De Niro and Al Pacino shoot fest. It's a redo of the 1986 action thriller about a gambling addict who rescues a friend with his fists. Yeah, he had originally starred Burt Reynolds, so let's hope that Statham pays tribute to the original with a sweet stash. Yeah. And finally, I bet you thought those Bourne movies were done, didn't you? Yeah. You thought wrong. Jason Bourne may be out of the picture, but this time all-around badass Jeremy Renner plays a rogue CIA agent who finds himself in some familiar amnesia-stricken territory. Check it out. All right, Bourne Legacy hits theaters August 3rd. Oh, and congrats to you. You know why?
Why?
You've just been fed. Yes, you have. Now back to Kevin.
Thank you, Sarah.
You're welcome. I'll get out of the frame now.
No, stay right there. It's perfect. Right there. Comic-Cons don't just happen in New York and San Diego and the cubicles of our staffers. That's why we sent our viewer army to the Big Easy for the New Orleans, or Nowlands, Comic-Con.
Hey, Attack of the Show. This is Kirk Stonecker reporting to you at Wizard World's New Orleans Comic-Con. There's going to be merch booths, celebrities, panels, everything you can imagine. So why are we sitting here talking? Let's go take a look. So, I was wondering, y'all, what's on the horizon here for Chew?
We are about to release issue 24 on a 60-issue run. We're releasing the 5th trade in April.
We've got a deal with Showtime, and Stephen Hopkins is going to direct. He's doing House of Lies right now. He's done Shameless and Californication in 24.
My character's name is Saintsfed, bounty hunter of the black and gold.
I like to come to cons, right? Cons are expensive, so is cosplay. So I will sign autographs just until I've made the money to come out here, and then I'm done, and then I run around and have a good time.
Now I hear y'all have an awesome, awesome movie coming up. Can you tell us more about that?
We just got picked up by Anchor Bay.
It's a little grindhouse movie. I worked with Robert Rodriguez. Kind of gave me the idea of maybe doing my own little exploitation movie, and so we raised a little bit of money. I wrote it in about 3 weeks. I'm more proud of this movie than anything I've ever done before.
You're not gonna like where I put it next.
What have you got going on lately?
Pool Boy drowning out the Fury. Me and Danny Trejo did it together. I play a Vietnam vet who returns to America to find out that all of the pool cleaning jobs have been taken over by illegal aliens. If you like Naked Gun Airplane, you'll love it. If you are offended by political incorrectness, then don't waste our time.
What other con would have a Mardi Gras parade right in it?
We're the intergalactic crew of Chewbacca's, and we're here to rock your world.
Go marching in. Oh, when the saints go marching in. Lord, I want to be.
How hot and how bad did that costume smell?
You think a gun duck smells bad, Wookiees smell even worse.
It's been a long, long day, and I'm ending it here with none other than Miss Carrie.
Yeah, this is the best place to end it.
And that's us signing off. Thank you again for making me part of your viewer army.
Oh, congratulations. Thank you, sir. Right now, we're going to review the hell out of a gadget. For those of you hoping for something smaller than a tablet but bigger than a cell phone, Toshiba brings us the 7-inch Thrive tablet. A 1.2 GHz NVIDIA Tegra 2 processor powers the Thrive, which is running Android's 3.2 Honeycomb platform. Front and rear-facing cameras also come standard on a tablet that weighs just under 14 ounces. Put the Toshiba Thrive 7 in your pocket for $379. Simmer down, ladies. Matt Myra is back, everybody! You brought the Toshiba Thrive 7. It's the smaller version of the 10-inch Thrive that we saw last summer, actually.
Yeah.
Very similar design. I think people enjoyed the fact that the 10-inch version had a lot of full-size ports, USB, HDMI, etc.
Sure.
How does the 7-inch stack up?
Well, it does have a number of ports. First of all, thanks for being here on Blazer Day.
You're welcome. I'm glad you got the memo.
Yeah. Blue, right? Okay. There are a good number of ports on here, but they're tucked behind a very flimsy cover that they seem to like to put on things.
But that feels like
Thanks,
that looks like it's
Toshiba.
going to last 7 or 8 times when you pull it open. That's fine, right?
I think 12 is the limit.
Okay.
The form factor on here is nice. Some people love the 7-inch size.
Mm-hmm.
Makes less and less sense to me. As the phones get bigger, these tablets...
It's an odd sort of in-between, right? It is.
Yeah, it is a weird size, but people love them, I guess. I don't know. The rubber back is cool. It kind of feels like you're holding a tire, which is an odd feeling when you're holding a tablet.
Always comfy.
And it weighs just under a pound, which is okay because you can throw it in your bag or in your pocket.
Okay.
And it works.
All right. Now, with the screen on this, relatively high resolution for the tablet of this size, 1280 by 800, so you get a really high pixel density in there.
Yeah.
Is it noticeable?
It is, actually. You end up with 209 DPI. So to put that into perspective, the Kindle Fire and the Nook Color both have 169 DPI.
Okay, and that's going to come through when you're reading and watching movies mostly, right?
Absolutely, yeah. Text in movies looks much sharper on this. I actually found my eyes getting less strained reading this than on the Kindle Fire.
Okay.
The screen is 7 inches, but it's not IPS, which is in-plane switching, which means that when you look at it at different angles, you can still see it. But the viewing angle isn't as bad as I thought it would be.
Yeah, I can still kind of make out a rough screen from here, which is really good.
It's got a pretty decent viewing angle for not being IPS. And the color's excellent, decent reproduction with a little bit below average brightness.
Well, is the pixel density going to make up for that lack of brightness when it comes to eye strain?
It really is. I really, really read this for hours. I read it, well, as long as the battery lasted. We'll get to that.
We'll get to that clearly exciting pro point of this device. We'll
Stay
get to that in a
tuned,
second.
America.
Yeah, they're riveted.
Yeah, but you know, it won't strain your eyes when you're reading.
Well, let's talk performance. The Thrive runs Honeycomb. It packs an NVIDIA Tegra 2 processor with a gig of RAM. That sounds impressive, but I noticed it chugging a little bit. Did you see that as well?
Yeah, it's not really the fastest thing in the world. You can see the Android lag when you're scrolling websites. This is our website, and it just is rendering constantly. Whenever you're scrolling, after it's loaded, scroll up or down.
That's weird. It should have enough memory to store that whole page.
You would think. It has a gig of RAM.
Right.
What is it doing with the RAM? I don't know. Honeycomb is starting to show its age a bit. Yeah, look at that. It's okay, anyway.
Yeah.
There's a.
I'm sure there's a really beautiful active wallpaper behind that is taking up 700 megs of that RAM.
I don't know what's doing it, and you won't either. There's not much laid over here as far as UI. It still lags, though.
All right, well, speaking of lag, let's talk cameras, which is an odd thing to have a lot of lag on in this day and age. Mobile devices have figured this out, but there's 2 cameras on the Thrive, one in front at 2 megapixels. The rear camera's 5 megapixels with an LED flash, but the shutter speed is just, we should just probably show it,
It's the worst thing in the world.
Well, that's one way to put it, yeah. That is one way to put it.
It really is. First of all, the front camera's fine for video chatting, whatever you want to do with that, great. The back camera, they put it here, which is where your hands go.
Okay.
So let's open up the camera app. Again.
Your hand looks amazing. I mean, that's perfect placement.
That's weird. But now let's take a look at the shutter speed. Kevin, if you could hold still for... Well, actually, take a picture of me.
Okay, I will.
You're the user at home.
Is it tap to focus, autofocus?
All you just do is hit the button.
Okay,
and,
here we go.
I'll stay
and
still.
I'm going to press it now.
Okay, you got it.
No, wait, hold on, and... Wait.
Oh, did that...
There it goes!
Oh.
Hey! We did it! So gather your friends at the beginning of the birthday party, and then as it's wrapping up, you'll have one photo of everybody.
I said this in rehearsal, but I really could have a police sketch artist draw me faster than that.
Absolutely could.
He had big eyebrows, round face. Done.
And was very blurry because he was leaving the frame before that thing took it. All right.
It is what it is.
So will the battery last through a single photo?
The battery's terrible. Okay? It lasts. You can take 4-second photos, and you'll get through about 20 of those before the battery dies.
Well, what is hour-wise, what are we getting?
You get 4 hours. If you're using it pretty heavy, you get 4 hours. On a tablet, that's not great. The Galaxy 7 we reviewed in December actually got 7 hours of battery life.
Wow.
So that just puts that in perspective for you.
Well, and also to keep this whole review in perspective, they're practically giving these things away. So don't worry about that. The Toshiba Thrive tablet, it's only going to cost you $379.
There is a recession happening, right? They know that. Okay, anyway.
So what's the verdict at that price?
We're giving it a 3 out of 5. Now the reason for the 3 out of 5 is the screen. The screen is great. So if you want, a full Android tablet with no real UI over it, the Thrive 7 isn't the worst option in the world. But if you're looking for something to stream media and read on, spend $200, get the Kindle Fire.
There we go. That's it for today's Gadget Prawn. Matt Meyer, everybody. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. If you want to snap one more photo before the show's over, you should probably get started now.
It's not working.
Okay. Sarah has an important public service announcement, don't you, Sarah?
I do. Guys, there's a new episode of Blade this Friday at 11 p.m. How excited are you? So excited. That is the answer. This time, Blade and his lady friends spice things up by learning about how to use magic against vampires. For more info on the show, not on white magic, go to G4TV.com/Marvel. Stay tuned. Ray Park is here live. I'm hoping he turns Kevin into a blue ghost. Stick around. Yeah.
The feed is brought to you by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Visit geico.com for a free rate quote. Next guest, he's some of your favorite characters and some of your favorite movies, and here he is, being a total chatterbox. Enough with the exposition already. Please welcome back Ray Park! How are you, sir?
Yeah, it's good to be back. Thank you.
So good to have you back. Apparently, it's been almost 15 years.
It has.
Since episode 1.
It has.
What happened?
I was 22, turning 23 on the movie, and now I'm 37. I've got some grey hairs to show it. So.
Yeah, amazing. Well, now it's in 3D. And how is it? Is it
awesome?
Yeah?
Yeah, I saw it last night for the first time in like 10, 12 years.
You haven't seen it since it originally premiered, right?
I haven't seen it on a big screen. Of course, when I'm editing my demo reel to send out for other work, I'm sort of putting the best bits.
Cutting around all the other actors, chewing up the scenery. Come on, let me get my reel together.
Yeah.
So you've sliced it up, but now you got to see it again. And I heard that you were watching the movie, looking at things that you might have done differently, or looking for areas to like sort of improve things.
It brought back memories, like instant memories of being on set, good times, and there's a few things like I was like, you know what, if it was my first acting gig, I might have done a few little things differently, but I think I did okay.
And were you doing a lot of reacting to giant cubes and blue walls? Like, isn't it hard to critique the way you would have reacted to a sphere?
Well, when I was with the Walking Palace in Italy, and I had the contact lenses in for about 4 hours, 5 hours. And with the humidity there, I couldn't keep my eyes open. And then, so we weren't too sure when I was going to be on. So I had to do the scene where I was walking, and Palpatine, Sidious is there in the hologram, and I'm with the two aliens. I just had to keep my eyes open because I couldn't keep them open. And, and I wasn't allowed to take the lenses out just to give my eyes 5 minutes. So it was like one of those, like,
so there's a blue extra of you doing the walk, saber in a hand, and little clear eyes.
Yeah, there's a little.
No, I swear I'm an evil lord. Hold on a second, it's getting a little red.
I couldn't make any facial expressions apart from keep my eyes open for 10 seconds, and that was one of those moments where I wish I'd attacked it a little bit differently.
I wouldn't be too concerned. I don't think it got in the way of the character too much. But now your kids, 4 and 7.
Yes.
And you had yet to show them Star Wars?
I've never shown them. I mean, they've seen clips of maybe some of the things I've done. I tried to get them to sit down and watch G.I. Joe 1 when we first got it on DVD. 20 minutes, and then they were jumping off the couch doing somersaults and flips.
That's what I imagine breakfast is like at your house. Like, just to get a bowl of kicks, a kid is doing a cartwheel flip over a chair, and then kung fu kicking a box of cereal into a bowl.
That's my plan. I'm working on it.
You're teaching. You are teaching them martial arts, right?
In a sort of subliminal way. I'm not like getting my gi on and going, right, today we're doing horse dance outside.
Exactly.
It's like,
wake up, block this. Oh, sorry. Well, at least you're awake.
That's what my dad used to do to me. He used to go, whoop-ah! And I'm like, oh, and he goes, I'm always going to test you. You have to. So it was when I was living at home with my dad. He was always punching and kicking me. So I was always nervous. I was like a nervous wreck at home.
This story has a happy ending.
So I didn't want to do that to my kids.
Sure.
So now Nerve had these fabulous swords that are with foam. They still hurt when they hurt your fingers and they smack on the side. So I've started to show my kids some moves, like some spins on a trampoline and I'm trying to be the goofy dad, I'm trying to show off and say, look, Daddy can do this, because one day when I'm 40, I'm not going to be able to do it. So watch me now.
Your house has got to be like the loft from Big. I imagine just arcade machines and a giant trampoline, and you're bouncing around on it.
I'm a big kid, yeah.
So what did your kids think? Because here, I mean, you're watching it. It's in 3D. It's their old man on screen. It's such a great character as well. I mean, did they go, there he is, that's fun?
My son did, because we got there a little bit late, and so we were sitting near the front, good seats. And as soon as Darth Maul came on, my son sort of sat up and went, Daddy, that's you! Daddy, that's you! So I was like, oh, yeah, cool. Okay, sat down, because I didn't know who was behind me.
No, you got to go the other way with it. You're damn right that's me. Stand up. See that right there? I would totally go that route with it.
It was sweet. It was worth $1 million or whatever. It was great to share that moment with my kids. I'd never seen a movie, to see it in 3D.
Man.
It was
very
good.
cool. And now, so I know you went through rigorous training for the new G.I. Joe film as well, and you've been tweeting about battle ropes.
Yeah.
Is this like a BattleBot series, or is this like a competitive knot tying thing that you're doing? What's battle ropes?
Well, a good friend of mine from back in London, he calls them battle ropes, and I ended up working with this trainer in New Orleans. All of the cast members were working with him, and he's a really good trainer. And I had been training up for G.I. Joe, the sequel, since it was released in the cinema. And I was just starting to burn out while I was on the shoot. And I thought, I can't work with this guy. His name's Aaron. He's a good trainer. And he had these ropes on the side, and he had some things to hang from.
Right.
This
wasn't a gaffer on the set. This is a certified trainer.
Yeah, this is a trainer. He's Mr. New Orleans.
Okay.
And he just worked. My wife came and joined in. It was just great to work these ropes. I mean, some simple exercises, just doing waves with the ropes.
What are they? They like just giant, thick, heavy?
Thick little roping ropes that I used to climb as a gymnast. But now on the ground, you've got this plethora of like moves and exercise you can do just to burn out your biceps and your lats and your shoulders. And
that sounds absolutely terrible.
It is.
I'm gonna leave that to you, right? I love it, man. It's again, I was saying before the interview, one of the nicest guys I've ever met. It's so great to see great things happen to such a genuinely nice person.
Oh, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Congrats on the re-release as well.
Yeah.
I hope you're getting pennies for every Darth Maul figure that's sold from here on out. Ray Park, everybody.
Thank you.
Such a pleasure to chat with you.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming on.
Thank you.
Battle Ropes. The Phantom Menace opens in theaters in 3D on Friday. You knew that, though. Right now, we're going to send it over to Sarah in glorious 2D. Yes.
Okay.
That's battle roping.
Awesome! It's time to attack these sticks, rods, and batons. Whether you're trying to add a little flair to your holiday feast or set up a romantic dinner with the Sith Lord of your dreams, the guys over at Think Geek have the answer. Enter the Star Wars lightsaber candlestick. This solid metal chrome-plated candlestick is a scaled-down recreation of Darth Vader's lightsaber and comes with 3 no-drip red candles for those nights you're feeling particularly Sithy. If you're looking to shed a little light on the dark side, you can grab your own lightsaber for about $40 at thinkgeek.com. Now, are you sick and tired of not being able to drink from the puddles on the side of the road? I know. Tell me about it. Well, now you can with the Sterapen Freedom UV Water Purifier. Just remove the cap, stick the UV rod into the water, and voila! In just 48 seconds, you'll have a glass of water that's 99.9% free of bacteria, viruses, and all those other nasty things that'll make you poop. Head to Sterapen.com and pick up a purifier for around $120. And finally, if you're tired of bending over on your walks to pick up your puppy's poo and you're looking for a space-age alternative, then the people over at Polyclean Tech had you in mind when developing the Ash Poopy. Ash Poopy, that's just fun to say. Say it, Ash Poopy, Ash Poopy. See, it's fun. Simply scoop, press the button, and the Ash Poopy will incinerate your dog's leftovers into a pile of 100% sterile ash. The Ash Poopy is still in the concept stage, so keep curbing your dog for now. You can expect to see a consumer version in early 2012. Stay tuned. We've got some apps to spice up your love life. No, not like that.
You remember good old Minesweeper? Well, now it's been zombified thanks to Zombie Minesweeper, a re-envisioning of the classic desktop PC game that introduces some much-needed blood splattering. Step into the shoes of little girl, who's lost amidst the zombie apocalypse and tasked with finding a way to safety by navigating zombie-infested backyards. Of course, it wouldn't be Minesweeper without the mines, and zombie dodging must be done while avoiding the dangerous terrain. It works just like the classic game, providing numbers to indicate proximity to nearby mines. But it's still the rise of the undead, so of course there's an array of bombs and weapons to pick up to defend against the rabid walkers. Upon reaching the end of a level, you're granted the pleasure of blowing up all the mines with the flick of a switch and watching that zombie blood fly. Pick it up now exclusively on iOS for $1.99.
Tomorrow on Attack of the Show.
Sopranos wise guy Steven Van Zandt will be here to snitch on his new Netflix series, Lilyhammer. Then Circa Survive singer Anthony Green joins us for a live performance on our set. And we rate Nikon's new camera with the world's fastest autofocus in Gadget Prawn.
It's Attack of the Show tomorrow at 7.
That looks like a show to me. I mean, I just saw that. That looks like a show I want to be a part of.
It looks good.
Yeah,
It's going to be a show, Kevin.
I'm going to be here.
Valentine's is just around the corner.
Yes, and of course, what?
That's how I did it in the thing.
Oh, I like it, yeah. Of course, there's an app for it. Whether you're looking to reignite the spark in your relationship or you just want to break the ice on your quest for a new one, these Valentine's Day inspired apps might just do the trick. First up, be prepared to get a little physical with Fingle. Fingle is a cooperative puzzle game that will have you tapping into the thrill of physical contact with gameplay that resembles a sort of a twister game for your fingers. To get started, each person chooses a color and places their fingers on the matching buttons. Then, drag your buttons onto their corresponding targets and keep them there. Over the course of the game, the targets begin moving, requiring you to get all touchy-feely with your partner in order to complete challenges. And if you're thinking that someone could somehow cheat and avoid all that intimacy, well, they'd only be fighting the inevitable, as the game was designed specifically with touch in mind. What are you waiting for? Let your fingers do the talking with Fingle for only 99 cents on the iPad. But perhaps you're looking to add a little more exotic flavor into your seduction toolkit. For you budding Casanovas, we have Trip Lingo, Romance Edition. Derived from the fantastic Trip Lingo language instruction apps, the Romance Edition teaches users useful phrases for 10 different languages, including French, Spanish, Japanese, German, Mandarin, and even the Pereira preferred language of love, Portuguesa.
Vamos pra algum lugar pra gente ficar sozinho.
The app lets you customize your phrases into convenient lists, which you can turn to when you're meeting someone for the first time, or when you're looking to turn your flirt on. Wow. Slang sliders allow you to change the tone of your phrases from formal to casual to slang. And you can even crank it up to crazy for those moments when you really want to go for it. You're sure to become a regular Don Juan after picking up Trip Lingo Romance Edition for free from the iTunes App Store. So get on out there and put your moves to the test with the aid of these new Valentine's Day inspired apps. Thanks, apps. Also, we're at it thanks to Matt Myra, Chris Ford, Jeff Wong, Kurt Stonecker.